Welcome to the Thorn City Syndicate Spotlight Show. I'm your host, Thorn City Podcast Guy. In this episode, Doris Woods, entrepreneur who has transformed her passion for balloon artistry into a thriving business, small and mighty events. Join us as we explore Doris's journey from Detroit to Portland, her challenges, her triumphs, and how she's using her business to bring joy and community together. We'll dive into her strategies for overcoming obstacles, staying motivated, fostering a strong connection with her customers. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur looking to make a difference, Doris's story will leave you inspired and ready to take action. This is more than just a podcast. It's an opportunity to gain insights, be inspired, and join the conversation today. Thorn City Podcast Guy, let's go. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the Thorn City Syndicate Spotlight Show, where we network and build connections through interviews and discussions. This episode is brought to you by GMP Podcast Group. I'm your host, Thorn City Podcast Guy. Make sure you visit thorncitysyndicate.com and subscribe for updates, exclusive behind-the-scenes content, and join the conversation today. Today, I got another special guest in the house, Miss Doris Woods. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, Nate?
Good. Doris, that's my mom's name. So you got points, do you? So today, we're going to talk about Doris's background and her journey that led her from Detroit to here in Portland and how she found her way into the world of balloon artistry and real estate.
Yeah.
So Doris, can you walk us through your journey that led you from Detroit to Portland?
Oh, let's talk about it. So Portland was never on my list of places to move to. I happened to find a beautiful woman in Detroit who is super smart and amazing, and she got a job out here at Nike. And so I thought, hey, we just started dating, but let me take the leap of faith with you. I'll move across country with you. So together we moved out here. We met in 2012 and 2014. Together we moved out here with our son, my son from a previous relationship. And together we just made our life happen out here in Portland. So we started off, when I first moved here, I started working at a local furniture store, and she went right into Nike, where she still is today because she is an engineer. And so that's how the journey began. Just wanting to do something different, be somewhere different, and follow love.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a lot of Nike shoes?
Lots. She has way more than me. She did a whole new closet.
Man, my little brother used to work at Nike. He worked part-time for 6 or 7 years.
Okay.
He stayed there mostly just to keep us on the discount. So he has a ton of shoes. He bought a house, and so he sold a lot of them.
Wow.
But I still have a bunch. I don't think I got as much as him, though.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely have shoe issues, but I say... Thanks. So I'd say since he left Nike, I haven't really bought many.
Okay.
Because it's hard to pay full price when you had the discount. Okay.
Wink, wink. Baby, we might need to get another discount.
There we go. So what inspired the small and mighty, and how has your journey been since you started it?
The journey has been one that is so rewarding. It's been up and down, of course, as anything with life, but it's one that has filled my heart with so much joy, more joy than anything I've ever done next to being a mom and a wife. Like, people don't understand the joy that comes with this. So let's talk about how I got into it. I was working for, am I able to say their name? It was a corporate.
Yeah.
Okay. I was working for an Airbnb here in Portland office, and I enjoyed my job there. It brought me a lot of joy. It taught me some skills in customer service and things like that I didn't know before. So then I decided I just want a little something more for myself. I enjoyed my community. I enjoyed what I was doing at work, but I wanted to give back to the community. But more than that, I wanted to give more joy to myself, and I wanted to take that joy and I wanted to share it with others. How do I do that? Okay, let me start a business. What business do I want to start? And I went to my wife, I said, maybe we could start renting out tables and chairs. And she was like, okay, seemed easy enough. And so we started actually renting out tables and chairs, and I was like, oh no, this is too hard. So one day she said, a lot of times you can people who do balloons also rent out this party equipment. Maybe we should try it. We did a balloon design one night in the house, and it came out beautiful. You can actually go to my Instagram page and still see that very balloon we did that night. It's still
The very first one?
The very first one.
You had never done balloons before?
Never done balloons before, other than going to the dollar store, asking them to give me some balloons so I could take them to a party.
So did you take a tutorial or something, or you just
We watched the YouTube.
YouTube University?
But you know that sometimes, like, you can watch YouTube and the stuff just doesn't come out the room.
Yeah.
No, it came out easy.
Yeah.
And I was shocked myself. To the point I said, okay, let's do this again. And we kept doing it. We kept practicing it. We kept perfecting. And then my wife, she's such a researcher. She's deep into like the analytics of things and how they work. So she said, let me figure out how we order balloons. How do we make this smoother? And then I got into, let's find some of our warehouses. Where do we buy the stuff at wholesale? Who's our wholesalers? We started buying them, and then I started making more, and I put them on my social media page, and I got a client.
You got a client. There you go. It's just like that, huh?
That's right. And from that point forward, we've been taking off.
Nice.
Portland loves me, and I love them.
So is this something you started in Portland?
Yeah.
Nice.
I did not start in Detroit. I started it when I came here. We actually started going back to when we started. So in 2019, around October 2019, we decided we want to phase out of the tables and chairs because that's not really bringing me that much joy, and it's a heavy lift. Let's design balloons since we've practiced and we think we're good at it. So at the end of 2019, we go into 2020 not knowing that COVID was going to happen. People are shutting down parties. There's nothing. And I just started a business. Wow. I just started a business. So what I decide to do is continue to grow and strengthen my skill, watching YouTube videos, stocking up on supplies. We ended up getting our first clients because I did such a great job. She would refer me out.
Referral.
Then the next person would refer me. Next person. So during COVID, I was busy. I wasn't putting balloons inside of event spaces. We were just in people's homes. People were still having events, but they were having them in the home. So we pivoted, and we would just now go after people who were having small events in their homes. Because that's where the joy was at. People couldn't go outside, so they were still having joy.
Yeah.
They were still having celebrations. Birthdays were still happening.
Yeah.
So we decided, hey, I can come put balloons in your house, and you can still have the same thing as you would inside of a big event.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just made sure that on my website at that time, we had a big COVID protocol. We made sure we wore masks. We wore gloves going in people's homes. It was only 2 of us entering. We made sure we sterilized before, after we left. We took that very serious. And from that, it just took off. After COVID, people were like, call her. She came to our house during COVID. She wasn't scared. She did good work. And I stand on customer service. And I'm always going to serve you with white glove service. And that's what I bring. I bring the joy, everything. And from that, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. Last year, we did the Northwest Portland Pride Festival.
Oh, nice.
With Pride Northwest.
That was probably a lot of balloons, though. Yeah.
Yeah. We made a huge flag that was over 20 feet big for their second stage on the north side of the park. And if you go to their website and my Instagram page, you can see it hanging from the stage. Over 2,000 and something people every day saw our work.
Nice.
Amazing.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, I loved it.
Nice. So can you share any challenges you faced during your transition from Detroit to Portland?
Oh, the challenges, the first challenge was finding community. You know, there's a big culture shock when you're moving from Detroit to Portland. You know, I grew up around predominantly Black people.
Yeah.
Soulful. I could get my hair braided on any corner. I could find a hairdresser on any corner. I could go to the club. I could do all the things. When we moved to Portland, I said, where are all the people? But it's okay. I know y'all out here somewhere. I'm going to go find you. So at that time, me and my wife and I, we would go everywhere looking for the people. So that's been the only challenge. It's no longer a challenge because Portland has grown a lot since then. But in the beginning, that was my challenge. Where is the community? And I found my small cluster of people and I stayed with them. And that's what has helped me along this journey. I'm still close to many of them. Some of them have fallen off, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But many of them I'm still close with to this day. Yeah.
Hey, that's happens. Yeah, that's a lot of people. They don't know Black people's here in Portland. And we used to be more close together in Northeast Portland.
Okay.
But we've definitely got spread out since they started buying people's homes up and you know what they do.
Gentrifying.
That's what they do.
Yep. I know.
Yeah.
I go back home to Detroit, it's the same way.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my old neighborhood and I'm just like, where's the houses? Where's the people? Generations are gone.
Yeah.
And there mega apartments put up, restaurants that used to be Black owned have now been taken over by other owners.
Yeah.
That now our community can't even afford to go in there and get a meal.
Nope.
It's sad to see.
Yep, they know what they're doing.
Yep, they do.
Man, that's crazy. So we're going to take a break here and get a message from our sponsor, GMP Podcast Group, production team. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about your balloon artistry.
Okay, great.
Discover GMP Podcast Group Studios, located at 2406 East Burnside Street in Portland, Oregon, offering a range of podcasting packages to suit your needs, starting at just $49 per hour for your basic setup, featuring a Rodecaster Pro audio console and SM7B microphones, as well as options complete with camera operator and audio engineer expertise. Elevate your podcasting with multi-camera recording, plus we capture behind-the-scenes shots within the studio. Visit us at www.gmpodcastgroup.com and let GMP Podcast Studios be where your podcasting journey begins.
This syndicate lyricist exists. Don't blink one eye, baby, you just might miss. History in the making from the making of this. Third, I guess it's welcome back to these words. So I'ma come well like welcome back words for sure.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Spotlight Show. I'm your host, Thorn City Podcast Guy. I got Miss Doris Woods in the house. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. So this is where I tell people about the Spotlight Show and how I got started. The Thorn City Syndicate Spotlight Show. It's all about the power of networking and forming strategic alliances. And so I started my management company. Thorn City Syndicate's a management company, and I started it to help my best friend out.
Okay.
He's a hip hop artist growing up. He almost made it big, and then some stuff happened, and then he came back home and he got caught in the fast life, and he was hooked on pills and alcohol. And so I wanted some of his music.
Okay.
Excuse me. So I decided to pay for some studio time and get him back in the booth and recording some music. So we recorded a few songs. We started doing some shows. We traveled. We did some shows. I needed a music video, and somebody introduced me to my business partner now, Justin.
Okay.
He's into video production.
Yeah.
And we filmed a video called Honesty. We got a budget together, entered some film festivals, and we won a few awards. Got to travel and to some film festivals. And then shortly after that, my buddy went and got clean. And so he's now almost 7 years clean now, engaged to be married. He's working over at POIC He's a director of Community, the Healing Hurt People program, where violence takes place. Someone is up in the hospital. His team shows up to offer support.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, he's pretty busy, but I got my buddy back, so that's why I did it.
I like that.
COVID hit, and so the music stuff stopped, and Justin was friends with a guy named Tim James, who's a health coach and sells health supplements, and they decided to start him a podcast because his business wasn't doing so well. And so his business is just taking off. So he hit me up. He seen what I was doing for his name's Third Twin.
Okay.
Seen what I was doing for the Third Twin brand. He wanted me to help him with the GMP podcast brand.
Okay.
And so we got this place down here on Burnside, 2406 East Burnside Street. Anybody into, thank you. Anybody into podcasting, come down and we'll hook you up and get you right. And so after about 3 years of helping other people do their podcasts, it was time for me to start my own show. I like to be behind the scenes, so I was kind of like pulling teeth to finally get me here, but I'm here now. It's been really great. Been getting a lot of feedback. And so that's why we're here now. And so now I like to bring people on to share their stories and highlight them and see what they got going on.
Thank you.
So I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Coming through.
I appreciate you, King.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for having this space and creating a space. And thank you for sharing your story.
Yes.
Do you think you saved your friend's life?
I know I did. Yeah, I definitely did.
Then it's worth it. That's
sure.
what all of this is for. That's exactly why I do belong. Hopefully to save somebody.
Save somebody, yeah. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So the art of balloon twisting.
Yeah.
It's really art.
Yeah.
Tell me about how the creative process.
Gosh. So twisting is just a little different. So when you're doing balloon twisting, it's actually when you go to different carnivals and you see people who are like, oh, let me make a dog for you. Balloon. That's balloon twisting. That I don't do.
Oh, that you don't do.
Let me tell you the strange thing. I don't like the noise balloons make.
Really?
That's why I won't twist balloons. So many people are trying to get me to twist balloons. I'm like, I don't like the noise. No, I don't. I cannot stand it. So I won't twist. But what I do is just, they refer to me as a balloon designer or a balloon artist because I'm basically creating scenes with balloon art. And how I like to look at it is that if a client calls me, I'm looking at a canvas, their event space, their home, wherever I need to put balloons. That's my blank canvas. I'm just going to come in and color it. That's it. I'm going to color it, and balloons is my medium.
So have you always been an artist in some way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been creative all my life. So started off as a little kid drawing. Drawing in school, doodling, coloring. I remember when I was young, I won a coloring contest in school.
Really?
Yeah. I got tickets to go see like a movie called Fern Gully. That was like really old. I won like 2 big bags of popcorn. I was happy. I was in elementary, so it was a big thing for me.
Nice. That's tight. So not like stick figures like I used to draw.
No.
You actually draw.
I used to draw, yeah.
Nice.
Draw all the characters. I would study the lines and figure out how to make everything perfect, and I could just draw. I used to have a portfolio. I wish I still had it, but yeah, I used to have a portfolio. I used to like drawing. I've tried. So in terms of artistry, things I've done, being creative, let's start with drawing, photography, painting, and now balloons.
That's tight.
Yeah.
So how did you navigate the challenges of starting small and mighty?
One of the ways I've navigated is leaning into my community, reaching out to other business owners here, just like myself, and getting resources from them, getting information from them. I had started off with a business coach. When I was working at Airbnb, I told her I wanted to start a business. She helped me start and get the foundation. She even helped me come up with the name. Very early on when we were trying to do just tables and chairs. So when I needed to pivot, I talked to her and she said, baby, let's just pivot. We gonna let that go. Do something else.
Sometimes you got to know when to let it go.
Yeah. And so I let it go, and rest in peace to her. I miss her every day. She was like the best thing to get me through it all, because I didn't know anything, how to start a website, LLC, all of the things. Coach Ma is what I called her. She's like, people call me Coach Ma because I'm like a coach, but a mama. Because when I was doing something wrong, she would say, hey, you got to stop trying to be perfect. Perfection don't exist. She would get on me a lot. And because she instilled in me so much about being a business owner, I carried that with me to this day. So in terms of getting through it, now that she's gone on to the other side and she's an ancestor now, what I have leaned into is my community. People like you creating spaces like this. So I lean into this. I have a number of connections and other professionals I link up with, I do collaborations with. I may have event planners who call me and say, hey, I've seen your work. Would you mind coming on with me and doing an event with me? And I do that event, and then I'll get more business.
Yeah.
But if I have questions, if I have challenges, I have a network of people, trusted people I can reach out to, and I know I'll get answers and I'll get assistance. One of the biggest benefits right now and resources, and I'll tell this for any small business that's out there, join your local chamber of commerce for your community, for your county. Join. The resources there are unlimited. The amount of people that can help you in those spaces, people don't know that it's there. And if you go and you don't see enough people that looks like you, start up a Black Advisory business board or something. Be the change you want to see, because I'm out in Washington County and we have that. We didn't have a lot of people, or I wasn't there during that time, but from what I heard is there wasn't a lot of people that looked like us. But they got enough people together and they started the Black Advisory Business Council, which also branched off and started other councils. So these are the types of resources that we as business owners have to utilize in order to overcome our challenges.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, that's tight. Yeah, I got invited to a speed networking event. It was put on by the East Chambers of Commerce.
Okay.
And I met it wasn't a lot of people, like I said, wasn't a lot of people there like me, but I still make some good connections.
Yeah.
And so like I said, you never know who you're going to reach, who you're going to meet. And so that's probably one of the biggest things for me starting this show. It's got me to come out of my shell and actually get out there and like I said, network with people. And so it's been good, and I'm enjoying the run.
Yeah.
So can you describe any of your favorite balloon creations or events you've worked on?
Oh, favorite events. Top event would be Pride. Though my wife will probably roll her eyes right now because she's the one. When it comes to our structured designs, listeners, please know that is my wife.
That's her. She's the engineer, huh?
She is the engineer, and she creates the structures. When they need to be sound, she is the one who's going to make sure that they are structurally sound. They don't fall over in case we're using some big props and things like that. When you have balloons that need to be exactly the same size, that is her. Me, I come in and say, this is what I want. And she's like, okay, this is how we get it done. Now, most of my balloon creations, I am an organic balloon artist. That just means that everything that you see comes from my head. I create many of these designs on site. Out of what's coming out of my head is what I paint.
So you don't even
I don't
prepare
do mock-ups.
You don't. Yeah, I was gonna say you don't even. You just get to the place and you just look around.
Yep.
And say, all right, this is what we're gonna do, and just make the magic happen.
Exactly. Unless we have a client like Pride Northwest or some of our other bigger clients, and they're asking for a specific design, and they're paying the right price.
There you go. That part.
And
now I can make.
I will do a mock-up. Other than that, everything comes out my head and my heart, and it's put on a canvas. And I haven't had one client yet say, "Oh, that's ugly." You know?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Nice.
Because it all comes from a place of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. I've always seen, like, I've looked at your website and seen some of your stuff, but I've seen those things around, but I've never took into mind, like, who's behind the creation of those.
Yeah.
And that's like a form of art.
It is. And it's hard work, too.
Yeah, it don't look easy.
No, because it takes me, now I'm pretty fast, so now I can get balloons done, and depending on the average event, I can get balloons prepped and installed in maybe 3 hours, depending on the size.
Nice.
The most I've done, and one of my largest creations, I put 3,000 balloons in a ceiling and created an underwater display for Black Love Day 2023. We were over at Janita Jones' place.
Oh, Janita. I went to school with Janita.
Yeah, that's my
Really?
JJ. She probably texting me right now. That's my favorite right there. And so she had her event space on the west side.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So there's a young lady who runs the Black Love Day event. So she hosted a comedy show this year, and she wanted the theme to be underwater because that's the year that they came out with Wakanda.
Mm.
And she wanted that underwater look. And I was like, okay, I can do it. But I had to put 3,000 balloons in the ceiling.
That's a lot.
It was a lot, but it was so fun and challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did any of them pop? You lose some?
No.
No.
She said throughout the night, well, I actually went to the event. No. One balloon floated down from the sky like days later. But she literally had to go. Her and her husband went up and took him and popped them. Popped them all.
Job in itself.
Yeah.
Getting them out of there.
Yep. And that was so fun. It was challenging, but it was super fun. I enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tight. Well, we're going to take one more break here. We get a message
Oh,
from
she watching too.
Janita.
Hey, JJ.
Hey, Janita. Hi, Janita. Miss Jones.
Right there.
We're going to get a message from Thorn City Syndicate, the management team. When we come back, we'll discuss your life beyond the balloons as a realtor.
I'm ready.
Introducing Thorn City Syndicate Management, your solution for brand management, social media promotions, digital content distribution, and podcast production. From shaping engaging content that resonates with your audience to amplifying your brand's reach through podcasting. We're your partners in driving success. We offer free strategy sessions and leverage our recording studio and personalized strategies to establish an online presence. Your brand's journey to the top starts with Thorn City Syndicate Management, where innovation meets results. Contact us now at www.thorncitysyndicate.com to embark on the future path of transforming your brand's future.
Cause this syndicate lyricist exists. Don't blink one eye, baby, you just might miss history in the making from the making of this. Third, I guess it's welcome back to these words. So I'ma come well like welcome backwards for sure.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Spotlight Show. Thorn City Podcast Guy. It's Doris Woods. So it's not just the balloons you're into, but you're into real estate.
I am into real estate.
Are you just a realtor? Do you invest?
I am a realtor. I haven't started investing yet, but I would like to.
So what motivated you to become a realtor?
I started the balloon journey because I wanted to bring joy to others.
Mm-hmm.
During this journey, I've seen people who have a need, their own spaces, to own their own homes or own their own event spaces. So a part of that bringing joy to others goes back to, what else can I do? So I have some realtor friends back in Detroit who's always encouraged me to be in real estate starting as early as 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, I don't want to do it. No, I don't think that's for me. And then they started growing their business. And I was like, I should have probably done it. But I did. So now I am in the process of trying to build my clientele and do all the things I wish I had did back then, but I always remember that everything is in timing. Everything is in order. Where I am today is where God wants me to be. And so back in 2017, real estate wasn't where God wanted me to be, but the seed was planted. Now, since I have my business and I've learned the basics of running a business and how to cultivate relationships, how to build networks, bring joy to others, find out what they need in our community, and how to help others own their own. Real estate has become it for me. Yeah. I have to start building something to leave for my children. The balloon business is nice, but we need to build something a little bit more in terms of that generational wealth. making sure a future is safe for my children when I'm an ancestor, this was it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you find the balance between the balloon artist and being a realtor? And is there any crossover between the two?
Yes. I find, as I'm starting to get more into real estate, I'm finding a lot of intersection. So I can go to a lot of these events and put up balloons, and then I hear of someone saying, hey, I'm getting ready to move out of here, or I'm going through this issue, or how about my daughter is getting ready to have a baby and she need a house. This is the opportunity and the time for me to step in and say, I can also help you in this area as well. And so that's where a lot of the two cross over. And it's been fun to kind of navigate and look at all the different ways in which the two kind of pair together. Once they get their own home, I put the celebration balloons in.
There you go. That's right. So are there any specific community building events you've been involved in?
Oh, let's see. Which community building events? Besides Pride, I have been working with Project Lemonade, and actually just got an email from them today. I work with them a lot, and if you know Project Lemonade, they are inside the Lloyd Center. They are near and dear to my heart. Many of the listeners, I don't know if they know, but I'm not afraid to share that I was adopted when I was younger. So I went through the foster care system first, then adoption. So Project Lemonade actually is an organization that reaches out to foster youth to help them with whatever they need to get back into independent living. Even as parents that's raising foster children, they have supplies, and they can go in and they can shop into their store for free, but they have a lot of other resources to help families and help foster children get whatever they need to be able to live their life. So Project Lemonade is my biggest organization I work with that I thoroughly just love working with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
So looking ahead,
Yeah.
what are some of your goals and aspirations for the future of Small and Mighty and your real estate ventures?
Yeah. So for me, I know you asked about Small and Mighty and the real estate venture, but I want to write a book
Okay.
and talk about all of this.
Yes.
I want to write a book. I want to talk about all of this. But in the meantime, before I get to the book, I kind of want to start moving over to kind of maybe mentoring. I feel a pull into like mentoring or education with our young entrepreneurs. Right now, my daughter, she's a Girl Scout. We're in full Girl Scout cookie mode. And I watched her just grow into her little entrepreneurship journey. And I'm thinking about starting a little mentorship program for young people. But I'm talking children.
Children, yeah.
Starting at elementary age. How do you find your joy? How do you find your passion? Tap into it early. Let's start getting that generational wealth built early, and let's make things happen.
Yeah.
Let's spread joy and love.
Nice.
That's what it's about for me, and starting at elementary age.
So you got a name for your book?
Yeah.
What's it called?
12, 15, and 22.
12, 15, and 22. Those are numbers.
Numbers. They are numbers, but they are ages. Yeah.
Nice. Well, y'all gonna have to wait for the book.
Sure is.
And we have to bring her back, and she can explain what those numbers mean.
Yes.
To her and why she chosen as a book.
Yeah.
Man, I really appreciate this, man. This was a good conversation.
I appreciate you,
This was
King.
fun. So I'm just going to recap a little bit what we talked about today.
Okay.
We talked about Doris's journey from Detroit to Portland and the beginning of her entrepreneur journey with Small and Mighty. And we talked about some of the challenges she's faced in transition in her passion to balloon artistry. She shared her innovative approach to the brand, to the building, to the doing the balloons. We discussed her expansion into real estate. And then we got to some of the community stuff.
Yeah.
So you're really active and busy out here.
I'm really
That's
busy.
tight. Yes. Well, I really appreciate you coming through and sharing your story. Do you have any final words of encouragement for the listeners as they embark on their own journey?
Yeah.
And then also, how can they connect with you?
You can
They wanna hire you.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. I'm at Small and Mighty ERP. You can go to our website, it's www, but it's smallandmightyevents.com. Before I go, I just want to leave you all with do something every day that sparks joy for someone else and for yourself. Be to people what you want them to be to you, and always assume good intent. Just because someone is angry at you today, they might be angry at the problem and not necessarily you. We can get rid of a lot of this ego problem stuff, and we can get rid of a lot of the negativity in the world if we just approach most things with a loving heart and good intentions, assuming good intentions.
That's it. You heard it from Miss Doris first.
Hey.
So, this is where I like to encourage the listeners to explore their passions and embrace innovation and pursue entrepreneurship in their own unique ways. Thanks for joining us. Explore the power of networking and find inspiration by following me at Thorn City Podcast Guy for updates, exclusive behind-the-scenes content, and join the conversation today. Stay tuned for upcoming episodes of Thorn City Syndicate Spotlight Show as we continue to highlight individuals, businesses, brands, and podcasters. And don't forget to subscribe on Thorn City Podcast Guy YouTube channel. Follow at Thorn City Syndicate, the management company, at GMP Podcast Group, the production company as well. And be sure to drop by thorncitysyndicate.com, schedule your free strategy session. Come on down here, 24th and Burnside, and let's get your podcast going. Until next time, I'm the Thorn City Podcast Guy. I'll at your boy.
You did so good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What man? What power? Hoodoo.
I appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of the Thorn City Syndicate Spotlight Show, where we network and build connections, interviews, and discussions. Until next time, I'll at your boy, Thorn City Podcast Guy. I'm out.
You remind me of a man.